Engineer Okede, okay, I can see. I think we have a challenge. So let me bring that same question to you.
Yeah.
Is there a difference between when a thing is publicly owned, it belongs to all Nigerians, and when a thing is privately owned? And nobody wanted to go there because it was almost impossible to go there, if not for the, if not for the assistance of God, and Dangote is in a position to bring out the kunkushi to do it.
Let me tell you straight away, there is a world of difference between a privately owned company and a public owned company and a private owned company.
Okay.
You understand? A private company and a public company. You know why? Because why that is a public concern? The public has issues. They have interest in it. They have investment. They have a certain thing to derive from it. A private company is owned by the man. If he's losing, he's losing completely.
Exactly.
If he's gaining, it is his gain. Now, he has come. I think government should encourage him first. The organization, Pengassan, should have even watched. To me, if you ask me, my honest view, this man has just come up, but it's not yet to a year. I don't think it's up to a year now, or close to a year. They should have allowed him to at least maybe function for about 1 or 2 years before they start bringing this idea of...
before they start troubling him.
Exactly.
And this is what it is.
It is.
Troubling him.
For now, it's troubling because it may kill the organization. Why? They have not stood very well. They're just trying to find their feet. So it's just like a man living in Yoruba land. They said you don't start with left leg when you are going on a journey. Dangote is going on a very long journey. It's a palace, terrain, and you want to now cringe him.
Yeah.
You are already
you want to squeeze him from the beginning.
You want to sniff light out of him. To me, they would have allowed Dangote to at least become a whole. Let it crystallize as a body that is very strong.
Okay.
It has not snowballed to a strong company yet.
But it's on the way.
It's on the way.
And there are people who are watching.
And it's succeeding already. You
yes,
understand?
they're succeeding already.
But you are planting landmines.
Which is offensive to some.
Exactly.
It must be said.
Exactly.
I understand that Engineer Okede is back on the back online. Are you back with us? Engineer Okede?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay.
I can hear you now.
I had asked the question, but that time you were offline about the fact that Dangote Refinery and Petrochemicals is a private concern. Does it make a difference? This is not a publicly owned concern. Even if Nigeria has shares in the place, that was just our rule. Say, okay, you're doing this kind of a thing that we couldn't do for so long. Okay. We shall take a share. And I think they took 10%. I think 20%. Does it make a difference that Pengassan is trying to deal with a private concern in this way?
Exactly. If I take a cue from the last speaker, you will find out that they have been in a hurry and in a haste. And that is why I'm calling for caution in their demand for unionism, and holding Dangote at jugular is not the best option for Nigeria at this moment. This company just started operations, and they are still struggling to make their balance sheet very good, and then be able to sit well and run the company profitably. This will be interest of the Nigerian people as well. If the company goes down, we are going back to square one of fuel queues on the road. My challenge is this: if Pengassan is so much interested in the affairs of the workers of Nigeria, are there not workers in all our refineries, all the 4 refineries that were moribund? What effort have they made to ensure that the government is forced to make the place operational and also employ more people? Now,
okay. I beg your pardon, sir. I beg your pardon, sir. Please hold your thought. I might come back to you, but I don't want to miss a call. Gbenga in Abuja has called. Good morning, Mr. Gbenga.
Good morning, Mr. Ayori.
Good morning.
Good morning to your guest there.
Okay. Please go ahead, sir.
Bishop Dangote and Pengassan.
Yeah.
We need to be very objective. We should take away sentiment and emotion there. Yeah, Dangote has invested a lot into that refinery. At the same time, Pengassan, as a union body, have the right to protect their members. I don't think Dangote is not giving us the whole truth of what has happened there. Pengassan told us that about 800 staff of Dangote have joined their union as a member. They now notify Dangote about those people. Look, these people are our member. They got this money from them because of their due to pay, and that these are the officials of this on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, Dangote served those people with sack letter. What has happened between Tuesday and Wednesday? What kind of sabotage, the sabotaging act have they committed that have made Dangote to feel threatened between Tuesday and Thursday that is there? We need to know. Is there in the handbook of Dangote that if you are staff of this organization, you do not belong to a union?
Mm-hmm.
Those staff have their constitutional right to belong to an association. There is free association in our constitution to belong. We need to query that. Why would that be a crime, an offense that will match a sack? Technical staff are not just junior staff. They are the management staff, graduates and above. These are intelligent people. In all industries, these are first class. These are eggheads. These are people that are the class up and above.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for calling in, Benga. I must cut away now and go on a break. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
The Renewed Hope Initiative RHI presents the RHI Green Nigeria Challenge. Go green today for a greener tomorrow. This national competition is in 3 categories. The household category is a tree planting competition amongst 11 frontline states in northern Nigeria. Each participating household in Adamawa, Borno, Bauchi, Gombe, Jigawa, Kano, Katsina, Kebbi, Sokoto, Yobe, and Zamfara states will plant a minimum of 1 tree to qualify, with a video evidence of before and after the tree planting exercise. 20 million naira will be awarded to the best household. Submission deadline is 20th December 2026. Community category will see local governments, local communities, schools, and NGOs reclaim and transform degraded or abandoned areas such as dump sites, landfills, parks, and their likes into green, vibrant gardens, parks, and eco-friendly spaces. 50 million naira would be awarded to the overall best community group. Deadline for submission is 15th July 2026. State category will have all states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, excluding Enugu State, have a chance to address the growing threats to environmental sustainability and cleanliness. States will be judged based on the number of trees planted on major roads and inner streets and how clean they are. 100 million naira will be awarded to the best performing state. Already, Enugu State has 100 million naira for being RHI's model green state due to its greenery and cleanliness. Video evidence must be submitted by participating states on or before 20th December 2026. All entries must be directed to RHI Office, State House, Abuja, or email rhi.greenchallenge@statehouse.gov.ng. RHI Green Nigeria Challenge. Go green today for a greener tomorrow.
Welcome back. So Dangote and the Pengassan face-off. Federal government moves to broker peace. Kabir Akigbolu, human rights lawyer, is our guest in the studio, and remotely, Engineer Olusegun Okede, business analyst, oil and gas expert. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for being with us. I'm coming right back to you, Engineer Okede, because you were giving your impressions on the fact that it is a private concern you were just going to tell us what you think about the fact that Pengassan is dealing with a private concern in this way. So please continue, sir.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Yori. My thought earlier was that we know it's a private enterprise, and there is a law covering and guiding private enterprise in Nigeria as well. And there is a monitoring team from the angle of the government. My question is, why is so many things struded in secrecy as regards this unionism, I'm joining and I'm not joining, our victimization? We need the relevant organization, relevant parastatals in Nigeria to go into that and investigate the recent development in Dangote in the last few days as regards these workers' relief of their duty. We need to know what exactly is going on there. Who is victimizing who? So if 800 workers are alleged to be a saboteur, 800 is a large number. I don't want to believe that 800 people will collude to sabotage Nigerians, Dangote, in favor of who? They are supervisors, there are hierarchies in this company. So I need the Ministry of Labor and Productivity to step in and do a thorough investigation and see who is telling us the truth about, is it sabotage or is it because those people want to join union?
Okay.
If it is joining the union, I think it is condemnable. But if it is sabotage, we also need to condemn it and ensure that Dangote is protected and the investment is not going down the drain.
Okay. Alhaji Suba in Alimosho, good morning to you, sir. Alhaji Subaya, can you hear us? Alhaji Subaya, good morning.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead now, please.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Yori.
Good morning, sir. Go ahead, please.
Yes. I'm hearing you faintly, but I don't know whether you are hearing me.
We can hear you
Morning.
well.
I hope you are hearing me too.
Very, very well.
Thank you. Yes, first of all, yesterday I listened to the Secretary of Pengassan. He gave a kind of condition. That for Dangote, he said an injury to one is an injury to all. That is what he said. And he said Dangote is monopolizing the oil industry. And at the same time, he demanded for apology. You see, what I'm trying to say is this. You see, our president, should stand up because it's a bad omen to the effort of Mr. President in looking for, an investor to come to this country to invest. I don't know how, the Pengassan will try to strangulate the effort of the Dangote as far as petroleum industries is concerned. And at the same time, you remember this same Pengassan, they're the one that have a picture, with Kyari, telling us the refinery is okay. And whereas they are, they are fooling Nigeria or they are deceiving Nigeria. So whatever, if they are telling us it's an injury to them, an injury to their own member, it's an injury to all of them. On who? On the detriment of Nigeria. What is economic benefit of Pengassan to Nigeria? This is where I'm going. So Nigerians should rise up and stop this nonsense of what the Pengassan is doing is like frustrating Dangote. And in fact, whatever have they done concerning our foreign refinery that is on some ground here? Their workers, their colleagues are in refinery doing nothing. They didn't do anything with that. Somebody came with millions of dollars to invest in this country. You are frustrating him. I'm calling on Nigeria and Mr. President to stand up against these people. In fact, it's not acceptable. It's nonsense. That's the way I look at it. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day, Alhaji Suba. And a lot of people are angry with Pengassan because they are seeing this from the point of view of what is going on. Is Pengassan not happy with the fact that there are no more queues? Is Pengassan not happy with the fact that there is no shortage of fuel anymore? And so devising the way these critics are going about it, this is not necessarily, I'm not saying this is a truism, but this is the way critics of the Pengassan action are looking at it, that Pengassan is trying to use the power it has, the power to say you can't come into Dangote, you can't come out of Dangote, to mess the country up for their own particular purpose. Now, this, I think, was similar, not identical a situation to what General Sani Abacha faced in his own time.
Yes.
And you saw that brief pronouncement that has now been circulated all over the place. People are just remembering.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Both you gentlemen have been quite discreet and diplomatic. Say, look, Pengassan, he has his own. Dangote refinery too, he has its own matters to address. Now, what should the federal government be doing? Federal government just has to find a way out of this
the
log
federal
jam.
government should come in as a neutral body then and ensure that with only one objective in sight, to broker peace and make sure that normalcy returns. However, this is going to come at a very high price to Dangote. You know why? Because if truly they have employed Indians or some foreigners, 800 workers laid off, it means you have to bring them back. If you are bringing them back, that's an additional wages to be paid. And are you going to send forth the foreigners? And again, bringing foreigners like this, you need foreigner in the maybe engineers in some sector probably.
Yes.
They can miss this thing. But let us know what is the local content of the employees.
You know, somebody just said that we have not yet been told the kole of this matter.
Yes, there are a lot of things here.
There are a lot of things.
If you look at it very well, and I'm telling you, if you dig very well, you will arrive at the corner cause as corruption. I'm telling you. I'm not trying to make allegation, but look at the issue of, like the last caller made allusion to. When we were saying, I was one of the people, I was on the program, a national program, and I said, that refinery they say is working, they should go and look at it very well. I don't think it's working. They are for I said, but I don't believe it. Later, they were the people that supported those people and said, oh, it's working. And coming from them, Nigerians believe that, oh, truly, if it's coming from Pengassan, it is correct. But now, you are saying wrong to one, to injury to one is injury to all. That injury to Nigeria at that time, that we are still suffering till now. What happened? Now, do you know the humongous amount of billions of dollars that they lost at the refinery under Kyari? What have they done about that? Those are the things they should be fighting for now, for me. They should fight government, they should tell government, oh, we want this man to be brought to justice, we want this money to come out. Those are more important than now. Let Dangote refinery function at least for some years. Let them give us fuel. Let them support the economy. Let them support the employment ratio. Let it increase before you start talking about all this. Because they should, I think they have lawyers. It's an elementary principle of law that under labor law, any employee that is dismissed or sacked on the basis of unionism will be reinstated. There is no gainsaying the fact. So why don't you wait and keep your gunpowder dry? But let this company breathe first. Let the Nigerians enjoy it on broken enjoyment of supply of fuel for at least 3 years. You cannot come and say, okay, now let's close our eyes because you are a small child trying to grow in the industry. Now this is not working.
Now that you have stabilized.
They should also do that through dialogue.
Yes.
But when you are starting now, the man has just floated the company. Now, what the man was scared of that he has not said, you are proving it that yes, you are going to be a problem if the workers join.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes, so, I do. Let me bring in Mr. Awokwetu in Ogba. Good morning to you, sir. Mr. Awokwetu, good morning, sir. Mr. Awokwetu, you've got to mute the volume of your television set.
Good morning to you, sir. Good morning, Uncle Yori.
Good morning, sir. Can you please mute your television set?
Good morning, Uncle Yori.
Good morning, sir. Please mute the volume of your television set. Good morning.
Yes. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Are you hearing me now?
Yes, thank you very much. I am.
Please, Uncle Yori, I just want to know that this Pengassan, they've been in existence for several years. Their members were in Kaduna Refinery when the place was closed down for several years and they were earning any salary. Now Port Harcourt Refinery was closed down. Warri was closed down. And yet you have made their members in this place, and they were earning salary from from the Nigerian economy. Now they are now going to private something. In fact, there is something that is so salient that we have to look at. We are being told that each of the tanker that's loaded in this place, they are taking how much from them?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And yet they will come out that telling us that they are fighting for the common man. They are fighting for their pocket. I think it is high time that government do something about all these so-called activists that are not fighting for Nigeria. They are fighting for their pocket. That is my own submission.
I want to thank you very much for calling in and bringing in, I think I spoke with you last.
Yes, yes.
Let me go to Engineer Okudi. That gentleman, Mr. Okwetu, calling in from Ogba, he actually touched on something we've been reticent about. This is the fact that Pengassan has calculated how much, if Dangote's idea, if you want, call it a scheme, if he were allowed to go through, they've calculated how much they will be losing in terms of revenue, check-off dues, and all that kind of a thing. And so this whole matter about Dangote becoming a monopoly, there are those who are saying not really so. These people are more, just like the gentleman said it. What is your thought on the conversation being taken in that direction? Pengassan is watching out for itself, nothing else.
Thank you, Uncle Yori. I think it is not far-fetched if we say that Pengassan is just looking out for themselves and not for the interests of the generality. Take, for example, our 4 refinery has been on their knee for decades. So many dollars have been pumping. Are they not saying this Pengassan that are in that offices? Are they not the ones that are doing turnaround maintenance every year and we are not seeing any oil? What exactly is their grounds? If they allow this Dangote to run for like 2 years and then start monitoring the local content in that place and come out with empirical data and facts, then we can listen to them. Not that the person is just about to sit down and start producing, and you are bringing in the injustice to one is injustice to all. What of injustice that the government-owned enterprises that they are leading has brought to the entire 230 million Nigeria? We need to ponder on this and call a spade a spade. Pengassan need to rearrange themselves and be focused, not on mundane things. I feel, in my own opinion, joining or not joining union is a mundane thing. If a worker actually delivers his job as expected, no reasonable employer will sack such a worker. I run business. I also work in a private enterprise before I start my own business. No time as my employer harassed me when I was working in oil industry that I will be sacked, because I'm adding value to the bottom line. Even when I was to leave, they know they miss me. It took them several years for them to find a replacement for my position. That shows I am contributing significantly, and nobody harassed me during my year of working. Now, come back to Dangote. The local contents are there. Have they been coming out to tell us how many Indians or foreigners to Nigeria do we have? Where are those government bodies? They will always want to strangulate Nigerian enterprise or Nigerian investor or Nigerian entrepreneur to the detriment of the business environment and to the benefit of their pocket. So I am joining my voice to the voice of those who are asking a salient question. Pengassan need to retrace their step and fall in line with best international practice and do their unionism with a human face. I would have expected that they are championing the fact that a refinery in Nigeria must work, rather than going to strangulate a private investor who comes to help at a critical time.
Exactly. One moment, sir. I think I have Othel in Delta. Good morning, Othel. Did I get that right? I didn't even get a chance to find out if I got it right or not. Well, indeed, this I think, because look, I think it was Alhaji Subai or someone I think it was who said that we have not heard everything concerning this whole matter.
That's the truth.
Why did they not say an injury to some, to some is an injury to all?
In NNPC,
they
wrote in the NNPC.
They didn't come up with that then.
Yes.
So look, there's no way anybody can be persuaded that I mean, I said INEC. That's another organization in the news. That you know, this thing that they are fighting is a real, you know, it's a fight that has nothing to do with us. It's about the Nigerian people. No, you didn't do that when we were wasting billions and billions of naira on turnaround maintenance that wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, I have made mention of the turnaround maintenance that under Obasanjo it was $1 billion, under Jonathan $1.6 billion, under Buhari $1.5 billion, total 11.35 trillion. Do you understand? What have you done about all this? You have not said, okay, all these people are accountable. You understand? Just like you have said, there is what they call the checkout dues and some other things, the ticket money, all loading, offloading, and the rest of them that they collect that run into billions. In fact, humongous amount of money that people cannot know. That's why people jostle for this unionism thing. What have you done? 2 refineries in Warri, they are not working. 1 refinery in Kaduna is not working. 1 refinery in Port Harcourt, not working. Now we are here. You are still talking. You are not fighting for that one and say an injury to Nigeria is an injury to everybody. Why is it on the issue of Dangote? For me, they have not been fair to Dangote. Exactly. They should have allowed the company to take off fully and get
stabilize properly.
They will not bring that, okay, we want to standardize the practice.
Okay. In Kaduna, Nasir is waiting to join us. Good morning, Nasir.
Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Hello?
You need to mute your television set, please.
Yeah.
Nasir, can you mute your television set? Turn the volume of your television set to 0.
Okay. Yes, sir. Okay, what am I now?
Excellent. Go ahead now, please. We can hear you now. Go ahead, please.
Okay, are you hearing me now, sir?
Yes, we are.
Okay, morning, sir. So, this the problem of Nigeria, one of the problems is this Pegasus. They don't want Nigeria progress at all. How many years is when we are suffering for all this wahala? Look at the refinery is not working. Look, what is not working, and they're collecting salaries. So, the God bring this man Dangote for us to come and help us. But these people, they don't want him. They don't want Dangote ambition to be okay. So we there are we 22. So my advice to our president is that let him dissolve this Benghazi because they are not they are the one of causing one of the country.
All right.
Please, because we need progress for Nigeria. So please, I'm begging you, help me beg Mr. President to dissolve these people. They are army robbers. They are Nigerian enemies completely. All right. They don't want poor man to enjoy how am I to call it?
Okay.
So please, that is
the fruits of his labor and all of that.
Okay. I'm begging you, tell Mr. President, this will be so. But we don't want to see them.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Nasir, I'm sure Mr. President is hearing, and if he's not hearing, some people that watch will be taking notes furiously and will be saying that this is what Nigeria is saying, Mr. President. Luckily, you have, in terms of the federal government, they have said that we're swinging into action. Okay, the time is counting down fast, so let's look at the solutions now. Look, the federal government is going to try and be diplomatic. Yeah. They will want to be in the middle, so what are the options that are left now? Because, look, if a man has an organization, it's a privately owned organization, surely he should have some say in what he wants to do in that organization. And if you don't like it, go ahead. I have just about a minute more.
The way I think it should be done, Dangote should be more diplomatic in handling the situation behind the curtain. Letting you not be something written. There is a way he can control them that it will not even be in the open that you are not to join union. They will just say we are not interested. Let Pengassan now say you must join. The Constitution of Nigeria did not say you must join an association. It's a voluntary thing.
Thank you very much.
But federal government should also try to ensure that Pengassan did not jeopardize the investment of Dangote in that refinery. It's very important.
Okay, Engineer Okede, so your thoughts on how government should tread on this matter? I think you can't hear us.
I can hear you now.
Okay.
I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. So quickly, please, your thoughts on how government should, proceed with this matter.
Okay, my thought is this, like I've been saying, the relevant agencies should step up real quick and do the thorough investigations and ensure that this disruption we have had is nipping the bud. Investigate the activities of the management of the Dangote for any infraction on sacking of the staff, and also give a stern warning to the Pengassan to sheath their sword immediately to allow Dangote to breathe, that we don't have the fifth refinery not working in Nigeria.
Thank you very much, sir. We're going to have to leave it there. Engineer Olusegun Okodoye, really appreciate you, business analyst and oil and gas expert, as well as Barrister Kabir Akimbolu, human rights lawyer. Thank you very much. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming on the program. We're going to have to leave it there. Thank you very much, as I said. Please join us tomorrow for a fresh edition. I am Yori Folari. Bye-bye for now.
The following is a paid presentation by ShopX TV.
Are you ready for a clearance sale deal that will transform your kitchen? Tired of spending endless hours in the kitchen, struggling with bulky appliances? Cooking should be a delight, not a chore. Tired of messy cleanups from kitchen tools that never seem to perform as expected? Do you wish there was a single solution to handle all your blending, chopping, and grinding needs? Introducing the CookX 4-in-1 Blender, the ultimate kitchen tool to revolutionize your cooking. It's a food processor, mixer, grinder, and blender. All in one, the incredible CookX 4-in-1 Blender comes with 3 versatile cup sizes, each tailored to handle a specific task perfectly. The CookX 4-in-1 Blender elevates your cooking, allowing you to effortlessly create truly smooth smoothies. No more stopping, stirring, or straining. Just smooth, consistent results every time. This adaptable blender includes 3 convenient cup sizes, each designed for specific tasks to simplify your life. The 650 milliliter cup, the 450 milliliter cup, the 1.8 liter cup. Additionally, the CookX 4-in-1 Blender features a convenient filter, allowing you to create smooth, pulp-free juices. The secret of the CookX Blender lies in its 800-watt motor, combined with a precision extractor blade, providing the power to transform ordinary foods into extraordinary dishes. And with multiple speeds, you get complete control over any recipe you create. Savory stews, delicious egusi in just 10 to 30 seconds, perfectly blended beans for a kara or moi moi in 1 to 3 minutes, and everything in between.
The CookX 4-in-1 Blender has been a game changer for me. It takes the hassle out of meal prep and lets me whip up healthy treats for my family in no time.
The CookX 4-in-1 Blender is the only blender I use in my kitchen. Its variable speed control lets me achieve the exact texture I need for each dish.
The CookX 4-in-1 Blender is now available exclusively on ShopX TV. For a limited time, we're offering an exclusive clearance sale price with up to 50% off. Typically, you might pay up to 350,000 naira for a blender that doesn't even break down and pulverize stems, seeds, and skins. But call now and get the CookX 4-in-1 Blender. Not for 250,000 naira, not even for 200,000 naira, but just 100,000 naira only. That's a saving of over 120,000 naira. Incredible! And that's not all. Call the number on your screen now or scan the QR code to order the CookX 4-in-1 Blender, and we'll also deliver the CookX 4-in-1 blender to your door for free. But hurry, this clearance sale deal is for a limited time only. Stock is running out fast, so don't miss this opportunity to upgrade your kitchen at an unbeatable price.
Proceeding is a paid presentation by ShopX TV.
Hello, NIDA Impact lovers. We have good news for you. In the quest to keep Nigerians abreast of the happenings in the digital space, NIDA Impact, a flagship TV program of the National Information Technology Development Agency, is now showing here on Television Continental. It is, as always, educative, informative, and innovative. NIDA Impact. Keep a date with NIDA Impact, your guide to a digital Nigeria.
Muhammad Ali was born and raised in Louisville, Kentucky on January 17, 1942. His birth name was Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr. He began training as an amateur boxer at age 12, and at 18 he won a gold medal in the light heavyweight division at the 1960 Summer Olympics and turned professional later that year. In his early years as a professional, Clay was more highly regarded for his charm and personality than for his ring skills. He sought to raise public interest in his fights by reading childlike poetry and spouting self-descriptive phrases like float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. On February 25, 1964, at age 22, he pulled off a major upset, defeating Sonny Liston to win the World Heavyweight Championship. That same year, he shocked the boxing establishment again by denouncing his birth name as a slave name and formally took the name Muhammad Ali, which was given to him by his spiritual mentor Elijah Muhammad, leader of the Nation of Islam. For the next 3 years, Ali dominated the boxing arena. Muhammad Ali retired from boxing in 1981 and focused on his religion, philanthropy, and activism. In 1984, he made public his diagnosis of Parkinson's syndrome, which some reports attributed to boxing-related injuries, though he and his specialist physicians disputed this. He remained an active public figure globally, but in his later years made fewer public appearances as his condition worsened and he was cared for by his family. Ali was chosen to light the Olympic flame at the start of the 1996 Olympic Games in Atlanta, Georgia. He died on June 3, 2016.
At TVC News, wherever the big news story is happening, we're geared up to break it. TVC News, first with breaking news.
Hello and thank you for joining us on TVC Media News. We start off with judicial matters as the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has declared the pronouncement by the 2007 presidential candidate of the African Democratic Congress, Pat Otomi, to create a shadow government as unconstitutional, null and void. Presiding Judge Justice James Omotosho, in his judgment, maintained that while freedom of expression is guaranteed, such freedom is not absolute to protect the society from anarchy. Justice Omotosho further mentioned that the action of Mr. Otomi portends a danger to the security of Nigeria, and the court will not allow the defendant confuse the country under the guise of fundamental rights to expression. Nigeria practices a presidential system of government that was copied from the United States, unlike the parliamentary system of government. The shadow government is a practice in the Westminster system of government in countries like Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Malaysia, and the United Kingdom. And we're monitoring development in the oil and gas sector as the federal government appeals to the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria to reconsider its proposed strike starting today over its dispute with Dangote Refinery. The Minister of Labour and Employment, Mohammed Dingyadi, explained that the ministry has taken steps to bring both parties to a roundtable to stop the dispute from escalating. Mr. Dingyadi says the invitations have been extended to the leadership of Pengassan and the management of Dangote Refinery to attend an emergency meeting in his office. The minister insists a strike will not only lead to heavy revenue losses by the country, but also cause more hardship and difficulties for Nigerians. Away from that, the Nigerian Independent System Operator has expressed concern about the ongoing dispute between the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria and the Dangote Refinery, which resulted in directives to suspend the supply of crude oil and natural gas. NISO explains that the national grid relies heavily on gas-fired generation, and any sustained disruption in gas supply will constrain generation capacity, affect system operations, and undermine the stability of reliability of electricity supply across the country. The Independent System Operator says to avert a total grid collapse, all parties involved must embrace dialogue and lawful mechanisms of dispute resolution in the overall interest of the economy and the well-being of Nigerians. We turn our attention to security matters. Troops of Operation Hardenkai say they are not letting up in the fight against insurgency. In 1 week, a series of major victories across the country were recorded in Borno and Adamawa State, killing several terrorists, recovering weapons and cutting off vital supplies to insurgents. TVC News senior reporter Jesse Tafida has details.
Troops of the Joint Task Force Operation Hardenkai say they are sustaining pressure on Boko Haram and ISWAP fighters in the northeast. Between 21st and 27th September, no fewer than 14 terrorists were killed in coordinated operations across multiple flashpoints. One of the biggest strikes came on the 27th of September when troops stormed Los Korikura in Mafa local government area, killing 11 terrorists and seizing rifles, ammunition and cache of illicit drugs. The same day, another fighter was neutralized during a night raid in Kontuga. Days earlier, troops at Kolori Karumi near Alodam took out a Boko Haram scout. While fighting patrols in Zer village Hong local government area, recovered another rifle. At Magumeri, 2 suspected kidnappers were intercepted with arms, and in Damboa, troops repelled a large-scale attack on forward operating base Azir, killing 1 insurgent and recovering more weapons and materials used in making IEDs. On the 27th of September, patrols in Mobi North discovered large quantities of urea fertilizer abandoned in shops, a key ingredient for explosives. The same day, 20 jerrycans of smuggled fuel were recovered along Filimbol Gila Road in Mobi South, further denying the insurgent much-needed logistics. The military high command has commended the troops for their resilience and reassured Nigerians of its resolve to sustain aggressive operations until terrorism is completely defeated in the region. Jesse Tafida, TVC News, Maiduguri.
The federal government, through the Ministry of Solid Minerals Development, has deployed federal mines officers to Zamfara State. This follows the collapse of a mining pit in Kadari village, Mariliki government area, leading to the death of several persons. Special Assistant to the Minister of Solid Minerals Development and Media, Shegun Tomori, says the collapse was triggered by heavy rainfall and aggravated by unlawful activities of illegal miners. According to the statement, the Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alaki, described the loss of lives as avoidable and unfortunate. Reports say 13 bodies have been recovered, with many others injured. Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Kudirat Kekirieku, has asked Senior Advocate of Nigeria designate to uphold the ethics of the legal profession and pursue quality advocacy for the jurisprudence of the country. Senior reporter Celestina Area has details.
The rank of senior advocates is the highest position in the bar. It is conferred on members of the bar who have excelled in their practice. These lawyers are now being inducted as members of the body of senior advocates of Nigeria. BOSON's constitution governs membership and aims to promote good administration based on the principles of freedom, equity, and justice. Members of the body are committed to being a social, non-political, non-governmental entity representing the interests of the youth, the less privileged, and the aspiration of the society.
Stage to reach in your professional career. And that is why it is important that you must wear the silk, wear it well, do not tarnish it, and do not bring disrepute to the body and indeed the profession.
At this event, the Chief Justice of Nigeria is represented by Justice Inyang Okoro. He urged the senior advocates designate to distinguish themselves by their actions and conduct.
Inheritors of a legacy that is bigger than you. It is a legacy built on discipline, courage, scholarship, and humility. The challenge before you is to preserve and enrich this legacy so that future generations may look back on your tenure at the bar and find inspiration.
Privilege, like all privileges, they come with responsibility, and they have a responsibility to themselves, to the profession, to society, and they must live up to that responsibility. Now, you could capture the essence of that responsibility by who they will be considered to be, who they must be, and that is leaders.
Without integrity, especially a lawyer, is like a dead on arrival person. Integrity is so important because it defines the totality of what you do as a lawyer. Your relationship with clients, your relationship with the society, relationship with the court, relationship with ordinary persons. You must be seen as a man of integrity.
The Chief Justice of Nigeria will on 29th of September officially confirm the rank on the SANS designate at the Supreme Court. Celestina Iria, TVC News.
Governor of Cross River State, Basiotu, has sworn in 2 new judges with a mandate to uphold integrity, fairness, and independence in the dispensation of justice. The ceremony held at the Executive Council chambers of the Governor's office in Calabar elevated Edubasi and Irem Melody to the bench, raising the number of judges in the state to 32. Governor Otu encouraged them to resist political influence and judicial abuse. On behalf of the new appointees, Justice Edubasi pledged that they will serve with courage, diligence, and the fear of God.
To put into practice the legal experiences you require through the various levels of your practice. You must ensure that your conduct at the bench rekindles the seeming dwelling of public trust and confidence in the judiciary. Rule 2, Sub 8 of the Rights Code of Conduct of Judicial Officers in Nigeria 2016 must be your invaluable companion for purpose of self-appraisal. I pray God to grant you wisdom and strength in order to dispense justice with no affection for evil.
We want to assure you that we will serve the state with every sense of responsibility and with due diligence, and that we will do justice without fear or favor, and above all, we will stand firm and hold the tenets of the Constitution with the fear of God.
You're on to TVC Midday News. We'll be back with more stories after this break. Stay with us.
The Renewed Hope Initiative RHI presents the RHI Green Nigeria Challenge. Go green today for a greener tomorrow. This national competition is in 3 categories. The household category is a tree planting competition amongst 11 frontline states in northern Nigeria. Each participating household in Adamawa, Borno, Bauchi, Gombe, Jigawa, Kano, Katsina, Kebbi, Sokoto, Yobe, and Zamfara states will plant a minimum of 1 tree to qualify, with a video evidence of before and after the tree planting exercise. 20 million naira will be awarded to the best household. Submission deadline is 20th December 2026. Community category will see local governments, local communities, schools, and NGOs reclaim and transform degraded or abandoned areas such as dump sites, landfills, parks and their likes into green, vibrant gardens, parks and eco-friendly spaces. 50 million naira would be awarded to the overall best community group. Deadline for submission is 15th July 2026. State category will have all states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, excluding Enugu State, have a chance to address the growing threats to environmental sustainability and cleanliness. States will be judged based on the number of trees planted on major roads and inner streets and how clean they are. 100 million naira will be awarded to the best performing state. Already, Enugu State has 100 million naira for being RHI's model green state due to its greenery and cleanliness. Video evidence must be submitted by participating states on or before 20th December 2026. All entries must be directed to RHI Office, State House, Abuja, or email rhi.greenchallenge@statehouse.gov.ng. RHI Green Nigeria Challenge. Go green today for a greener tomorrow.
Thank you for staying with us. To a bit of political matters, the All Progressives Congress in Taraba State is calling on all its supporters across the 16 local government areas to turn out en masse for the November 2025 local government elections. The party expressed confidence that its candidate will defeat the ruling People's Democratic Party. Senior reporter Wolabi Adonise filed in the report.
This time around, the leadership of the All Progressive Congress is coming out bold and strong to challenge the ruling PDP in the forthcoming local government elections in Taraba State. And one thing they have promised is to give the PDP a run for their money. The party is also insisting that it enjoys greater grassroots support. Speaking at the official presentation of its chairmanship and councillorship candidates in Lao local government area, the APC state chairman, represented by the state secretary, Honorable Fidelis Francis, says despite the numerous obstacles allegedly placed by the PDP-led state government to frustrate the opposition, the APC is determined to give the people another opportunity to reject poor governance. Honorable Francis quickly condemned what he described as deliberate efforts by the state government to suppress the opposition, citing excessive tax clearance charges and high cost of purchasing intent form as tactics meant to discourage other parties from participating in the elections.
I have told people of Karim and Lao that we have gotten a candidate that has capacity to deliver. We have no regret and we have no point to vote for PDP because they have done nothing in this state. So they are experts in promising and failing. So for this reason, we want to tell the people of Lao local government to vote in Haruna as their next coming chairman of Lao local government. So by the special grace of God, we have something to show. The federal government has been sending them money. The only thing they will do with the money is to loot the money. I have never seen a government that primitively will be borrowing money and be stealing away the money.
Speaking on behalf of other candidates, the APC chairmanship candidate for Lao, Honorable Haruna Idris Emir, acknowledges the fears that the election might not be free and fair, but vowed that the APC would not allow the ruling party the luxury of merely filling forms and announcing fake results.
I believe my party executive at the state, they are making all the necessary efforts to collaborate with the national leadership of our party to make sure that justice and transparency in these elections, it happens. And I'm not doubt that this election is going to be conducted free and fair.
The presentation ceremony was attended by party supporters from 10 wards of the local government area, including the APC's local government chairman, Honorable Musa Eli Bamga.
Meanwhile, the governor of Edo State, Monday Okpewolo, has paid a condolence visit to the family of the former Inspector General of Police, Solomon Arase, describing him as a fine officer who left a remarkable imprint on Nigeria's policing system. At the country home of the late Inspector General in Benin City, Governor Okpewolo met with members of his family. It says Solomon Arasa was not just a distinguished police officer, but a man who changed the face of policing in Nigeria.
At this early stage, at his prime time, how I wish he lived on, but God knows why.
On behalf of the Arase family, we would like to thank you very much for coming, and also know that we appreciate your prayers, and know that your prayers and your condolences are giving us strength.
Meanwhile, in Delta State, the Sheriff Junior Care Foundation has empowered 150 traders with finance to help grow their businesses. During the empowerment program held in Osobio-Okpe local government area, Governor Sheriff Oborowori emphasized the importance of proper upbringing and encouraged young people to remain diligent and focused on their goals. The wife of the governor, the Speaker of the Delta State House of Assembly, and other dignitaries were in attendance.
I worked very hard for the past 3 decades. Those that knows me very well. We know that. It's not politics. So, and I'm happy that he's emulating me, and the other children are emulating me.
And we had to come up with this initiative to boost their business. And it's not something we are going to stop now. It's a process, and we have another batch we are working on.
I'll help my family and everyone around me.
So this one he give me, so it will make my business boost. My children, they go school very well, so I go empower the home very well with this thing. That my store